right, guys, I'm on the move, always on the move. My name is Brenda. I am a residential care provider. I am in the state of Georgia, and I give you information based upon my experience for educational purposes. And again, I do not ever want to discourage anyone from doing this kind of business. I just give you real life experience from a real life provider that is hands-on. Okay? Get my little disclaimer out the way. All right, so I'm going to tell you this. Guys, don't get discouraged. When you first start out, I've been doing the business as a whole over 20-something years. All right, so depends on how you start, how many you start with, and how you want to structure your business determines a lot. All right, so when I was a provider in the state of Florida, we had 4 homes, 16 residents. We needed transportation, residential rehabilitation. We did that. Those were the services that we provided. Okay, I was hands off. I did the paperwork. I was behind the scenes. I had an administrative assistant, which was my niece. We had transportation individuals that did transportation. So we had just drivers that did the transportation. They picked up the residents from the adult day program. We also had picked up other people too. So we had guys that did just strictly transportation. Then we had house managers. The house managers were responsible for running the house. Okay? They did the grocery shopping. They did the patient care. They cleaned the house. They did it all. That's why they were house managers. And again, I was behind the scenes doing the paperwork, intake, making sure the files were correct. All right, so, but when we started out, we were a 2-man show. We did everything. But once it got to the point where the revenue was built up, we were able to outsource everything. Okay. And so, what is this? Okay, somebody is at my house. Okay, so now the state of Florida and the state of Georgia are different in lots of ways. In Florida, you deal with the agencies with persons with disability, APD. In Georgia, you have the Community Health, Department of Community Health. You have the Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities. You have mentors, like Georgia Mentored, where you can become a host home. So there's a lot of different types of homes in Georgia. Like I said, host home, community living arrangement home, personal care home, assisted living. So those are the different ones, different types of clientele. When you start out in the state of Georgia, and say for instance you want to start out in a personal care home, if you don't have a home that's big enough to get 7 or more, you're going to be a family model provider, which means that you're going to have 6 or less. You're going to you're not going to be a Medicaid provider. You're going to have to contract with a care coordinating agency to become, or to actually to do the billing for you. All right? And I must say this as well. You need to have, or supposed to have, 7 or more clients in one location. So say if you got 2 locations, you got 5 clients in one, and you have 3 clients in the other. You have 8 people total. Well, it's 8 people total, but it's not 8 people under one roof. So if you don't have 8 people under, or 7 or more people under one roof, then you cannot become a Medicaid provider at that location. You will be a family model provider, which means that you will be contracted through a care management company that will provide the billing for you if you have Medicaid clients. Okay? So now, in the state of Florida, with the agencies of persons with disabilities, you are a Medicaid provider. You submit your information, of course, your business structure, you get approved, you're a Medicaid provider. In the state of Georgia, it's a little bit different. Okay, it's a lot more to it. They want you to have your permit for at least a year. You need to submit your paperwork, and that can take a while for it to get approved because it has to go through 2 different agencies. And so, you know, it's a process. So that's why I say you have to do the work yourself, starting out. And if you want to become a Medicaid provider, because you may not be able to afford to hire somebody. It depends. It depends on what your rates are. It depends on where you located. Again, what type of clients you have, how many clients you have. So say if you have 6 people and you are a family model provider. So the care company that you're going to go up under, you are going to contract with, they're going to get some of your money because they're doing the work for you. They're doing your quality, your compliance. They're submitting your policies and procedures for you. They provide the nurse, the RN for you. So of course they're going to get some of the money that they bill for. All right. So that's kind of how it works, guys. It's kind of how it works. So I'm a little distracted. I'm driving, of course, and I need to keep my eye on the road because these folks are kind of driving a little crazy out here in these streets. But until next time, like, subscribe, and share my information. I hope this information is helpful to someone. And again, look out for more videos because I will be coming out with more. Take care.